Hi. So today I want to talk about something I see a lot with the people I talk to in consultations with some of my clients, something that is really stopping people from going after the work, going after the work they love, and the excuses a lot of people give us from going for it. So I notice I do a lot of these days, I do a lot of consultations with people interested in wanting to explore working with me and doing some of my program to help them find the work they are meant to do in the world, the work they love. And then part of this conversation is I ask them, one of the questions I ask them is we explore together what are the main roadblocks in the way of you finding the work you love. What is totally stopping you? What are the main challenges? And a lot of the time, what I hear first people talk about is there are two things: money and time. The first reason that came up, and often I'm going to address the one money. Time is like, I don't have the time, and money is like, for example, I living in San Francisco is so expensive. I really need to, I need the same lifestyle, and I'm really afraid that, if I go and do something else, I'm not going to earn as much money, and I'm not going to be able to keep my lifestyle, or this kind of thing. So I hear people say a lot about that, all the different situation about that, about the money. It can show up in all kind of different ways. The money stopping us from doing what they want to do. And then when we take the time to explore deeper some of the other reasons why they, for 5-10 years, they have been stuck in work they hate and they have not really done anything about it, there is a deeper reason. Most of the time, and I'm thinking about someone I talked to recently, there is a lack of confidence. When people get really honest with themselves, and this work requires self-honesty. And it's not always comfortable to face it first. And when people get honest with yourself, we talk and realize, wow, actually I have a fear of failure. I have a fear, the real reason is that I have a fear that I'm not good enough. I don't have the ability or the capacity to do what I love. I don't believe in my strengths. I even don't know. I have also so often people who even don't know what their strengths are. Or when they tell me, this person was telling me, when someone acknowledges me for my strengths, I don't believe them. Or I don't, I question, is that really true? Do I really have these strengths? Is that part of me? And doubting that and being really full of doubts and really low confidence, not knowing who they are, what makes them unique, what are their value, their strengths, doubting themselves, really low confidence. And most of the time, for a lot of people, it doesn't mean it's a case for you, but most of the time for a lot of people, this is the real reason. This is the real reason they are stuck in work they don't love and they are not doing something about it. And because they are afraid and they don't believe themselves deep down. And in this context, and they are in a way using money as an excuse. So here I want to be clear, I'm not saying there is a reality, like, yes, we need money to survive, we need it, it's part of it, I'm not denying that at all. And also I want to acknowledge that there are a lot of people still in the world and in the US who are very struggling a lot around money. A lot, and there is a lot of inequalities and discrepancies and privileges. So I really want to acknowledge that here. And I want to say in these situations particularly, is that it's comfortable in a way, like I'm thinking of this person or the people who say me the same thing. It's comfortable to keep telling yourself and other people the story that what's really stopping you is money and time. Because you don't have to look within, either something else. And you can keep repeating the story to yourself, to other people, and stay in that story, and it's comfortable because you're like, yes, I just can't, the money, living in San Francisco is really too expensive, and it's why, I just can't. And what I want to say is that often we put money too quickly. If you even don't know who you are, what are your strengths, your confidence is low, it's even not the point to talk about the money as an obstacle yet. Because even if you had money, and you were not, or you were not worried about money, if you are fear of failure and confidence, you're not going to take the step anyway. So first, let's raise your confidence level. Let's be clear about what are your strengths. What are you here to do? Let's get help around that first before you look at the money situation. And because there is no way, if you even have no confidence in yourself, you don't know your strengths, you don't know what's unique about you, you don't know what you want to do, there is no point about discussing about what if I find a new job and the money. You're already fantasizing about the future. You are not there yet. Go back to the present and take it one step at a time. First, it's about clarifying that. And this is what my passion lies with people. This is what I love doing this work so much, is most people, unfortunately, are not aware of what I call the authentic self, who they truly are, beyond all the conditioning they receive from parents, society, corporate world, all of that, the messages we receive about what success means. What we should be good at. We receive so many messages, through the medias, and the more you watch news and TV, the more you're gonna get that in your system, and unconsciously. And so the purpose is really, the goal is to remove all these layers of conditioning to go back to the truth of who you are. What are you naturally gifted at? What is your definition of success and fulfillment in life, independently of what people tell you, what you hear on the media should be the definition of success. Just going beyond that. Hi TJ, hi Jacqueline, it's good to see you here. I love the hearts, thank you. Yes, it's going really beyond that, to go back to the truth of who you are. And the great thing, and what I'm passionate about that, is that in my process with people and on my own personal journey, because I want you to know this has been my own journey, and I'm continuing, and TJ knows what I'm talking about. I'm continuing how I can be more true to myself. It's an ongoing journey, but I've done a lot of that in the past 15, 20 years. Hi TJ. And the great thing is that I've developed tools that really work for you to go back to your authentic self. Concrete tools that I do with my clients. We have a process where we deep dive into what are your values, but I'm not going to give you a list of already set value that you check. This is not my approach. It doesn't work, people. It just doesn't work. You have to go deeper. So we do some a lot of visualization and deep questioning, and I help you with that, and exercise to really help you dive deep into who you are. What are your ingredients of fulfillment? You, not your spouse, not your parents, not society. What makes you happy? What makes you strive? Most people even have no clue about that. So looking at that, looking at your natural talents, what are you naturally good at? What are your gifts? And here I'm not talking about your skills. I'm not talking about the thing you acquire by taking a lot of trainings. These are wonderful, but you can you can learn a lot of skills, and they can have nothing to do with what are your natural gifts. For example, you can become amazing at, I don't know, coding and HTML, or doing business plan. And what if your true passion and talents are totally something different? Are you going to spend the rest of your life building on these skills that are not who you are? So looking deeper into your natural talents, your personality types, all kind of ways that I use for clients, for people to get to the truth of who they are. And the beauty when you do this process is that it's like you are birthing to yourself. You are getting more clarity about who you are, who you probably know all along. You realize most of my clients at the end of the process tell me, wow, I actually, in deep down, I knew all along, but I was, I couldn't access it for some reasons. So you go back to the truth of who you are, what you knew all along, and who you are, removing all this conditioning of who you should be, to please people, to please society, to be all kind of reason. And when you do that, the beauty, your confidence goes up as well. So you start gaining more confidence. Because the confidence comes from being who you are. It doesn't come from something outside, like, oh, what are the techniques to become confident? No, confidence is something, the more you are in touch with who you are, the more you're gonna have an organic, natural confidence about you. and you won't have to work on all kind of techniques that are totally disconnected from the truth of who you are. That can work for a little bit, they won't work, they won't have lasting transformation for you. So yes, and then, you know, the confidence comes up, and then the obstacles around money and time, you become really resourceful to deal with that. You realize, yeah, it's not, you know, it doesn't mean I don't want to say money is not an obstacle, but you become more resourceful because you know what you want, you are confident about yourself, and you have such a motivation about what you want to do in life, and you know, this is my truth, this is what I want in life, that then the obstacles are going to become smaller. You have to become bigger and more confident to face the obstacle. They become suddenly smaller, and you find ways to deal with them at your own pace. You know, you don't necessarily have to go right away for it. You're going to go at your own pace and be able to deal with that because you found the motivation, the courage in you to face it, and you're going to stop. You know, you're going to stop blaming money, time, people, or whatever thing you are blaming outside for where you are in your life and in your work. You're going to stop doing that because you're going to find back the power in you, the power that has been here all along, and you have lost along the way through the conditioning from family, from society. You've lost it. Your power is within. Don't give your power away. Don't give your power away to time, to money, to people, to society. Please don't do that, because you are so powerful. When you really connect with that again, you're gonna find you are so freaking powerful. And I know it because it has been my journey. I know that, you know, there was a time where I was doubting myself. My confidence was so low, I didn't know who I was. And I'm not saying I'm confident all the time. I'm not. I'm a human being. Sometimes I'm scared and all of that. But I find my power. I'm in the journey. I find my power back, and I still continuing finding my power back within myself with all the wonderful gifts I'm here to bring. You have a wonderful gift to bring to the planet. I know that. I see that with all of my clients, days in and days out. So it's what I want for you. And so I would love to share what's resonating with you in that video, what's coming up as you are hearing that. Any insight, any revelation about you, any whatever is coming up, I would love to hear. So share with me in the comments, and I look forward to sharing more in another video soon. Thank you for listening.